don't know what I was thinking. I just saw it in the corner and I had to pick it up. Just for a minute or so, I didn't want to do no harm to anyone's ears. I just couldn't hold myself back. It was too late. It was too late to stop. I know I can't control it, but it feels so good to try it. I mean, when your heroes do it, it all looks so easy. I know I should have practiced for years before recording myself. Do you think I ruined my career with this move? Yeah? Well, at least I have an intro track for the new REVV D25 Joey Landreth signature amp. Hey everyone, the name is Kris Barocsi, and today we're checking out one of my favorite guitar players' new signature amp. This is the Joey Landreth Edition REVV D25 combo. We'll hear all the sounds clean and distorted with pedals and everything. I crank the amp and I will compare it to the original D25 combo. Not every clean sound is created equally. it's how it is. This is one of those that just makes me want to play it all the time. And I always adore amps that do that don't force me to immediately turn on a drive pedal, because otherwise it's just like, nah, whatever, you know. Before I start using pedals, I wanted to crank the gain on the amp to show you how that sounds like, which is really cool. It reduces the headroom quite a bit, and if you really go for it, you can get into like British crunch territory, especially if you use this guy, the gain boost, which can do subtle still if you don't go crazy with the gain knob, but it definitely brings you to into classic rock territory. right, let's see how the amp reacts to pedals. I'll start with the Strat and turn on some pedals, and then probably go over to the Tele or the Les Paul or whatever, and maybe even the open C tuned Baum that I played in the intro track as well. Even though I'm not great with open tunings, I would love to be, but I will need to practice so much more. But hey, at least I can be your budget Joy Landreth today, your Walmart Joy Landreth or something. And that's the thing about this amp. This is the perfect moment to talk about the differences between the normal D25 and the Joy Landreth edition D25. It is the voicing. This is something that Joy already said in those videos that they made for the release. And it's like a different voicing. Some components are different in this one to make it react differently. Honestly, it all makes sense because Joy plays usually on an open C tuned guitar, plays a lot of fuzz stuff with tons of effects, and plays a slide. So there's a lot of bigness, low end, and like all those frequencies going on. His sound definitely benefits from an amp that is very clear. I took this amp to the Thomann studio and did a little shootout with the original D25 combo that we have there. Now, in order to make this super fair and very accurate and very scientific, I didn't use the built-in speakers of the combos. I used the same speaker as what's inside this one. It's a Creamback 75, but it's in a Hardy Benton cabinet, in a 2x5 cabinet. So I mic'd this one speaker and connected the normal D25 and this, the Joy Landreth edition D25, and played the same thing with like a T-style and a Les Paul to see how they really sound and how they compare. Oh, and in case you think now that this is just going to be your Americana, blues, clean kind of amp, it does this too. My thoughts on the D25 Joey Landreth edition. I'm really struggling with staying objective here because we're talking about a player, musician who inspires me on a daily level with the sounds that he gets, the phrasing, the note selection, the songs they write with the band, etc. So I'm bound to enjoy the voicing of this. This is just, I cannot dislike it because our taste seems to be kind of similar. I can totally understand if someone says that the D25, the normal D25, speaks to their rig and their taste more because, let's say they play a guitar that doesn't have a lot of low end. They don't tune down. They don't use fuzzes that much. So they kind of enjoy the additional lower mid-range and low-end push of the original D25 compared to the Joey Landreth edition, which this one definitely has a more focused, tighter low-end, which is all right because, as told, if you play a lot of humbucker guitars or P90s, if you play kind of big sounding pedals, for example, or if you tune low, just like Joey does, this low end, this amount of low end is definitely the right way to go. It doesn't get muddy, it doesn't collapse, it doesn't start to freak out if you throw, I don't know, drive pedals and fuzzes in front of it. It stays focused, even with the Les Paul neck pickup. It's still very much punchy and clear. I think clarity is a very good word to define what this does compared to the original D25. And one thing is important to point out is that if you go with the gain and the volume to up to like 12 o'clock, that's where these amps and this circuit really shines. It is still mind-blowing to this day, even though I play a lot of REVV amps because of that reason. It's still mind-blowing how massively usable they are with whatever pedal you put into them. It's amazing. And also not just pedals, but also guitars. They are very honest. And I really like that because it's revealing. Like if there's something that I don't like about a guitar, I want to know about it before I buy it. And the other thing is the price and where it sits in the market. I think you get a lot of amp for the money. It's not a budget amp. It's not going to be an alternative to I don't know, Asian-made budget amps or something. You know, Canadian-made amp that is also a signature amp, which means that the artist will get a cut, which is something they should, because that's how signature products work. You get an amp that's very versatile. You get an amp that sounds perfect. Even if you don't use pedals, just go into it and want to have some crunch or a lot of headroom. You can do both, really. Something that is usable on stage as well, even though it gets to its limitations. Like if you have a very loud band and like the stage is very loud, you might want to have it close to you and put a mic in front of it, or use the two notes cab simulation, the XLR on the back to amplify it further for the audience and for in-ears maybe or whatever. You get the cab simulation, you get the headphone jack, which is amazing, of course. You get one of the best speakers on the planet, and it's an expensive one, I know, because I bought 2 of them already. Not cheap, made in England, amazing speakers. And any downsides? Not really. I'm not a huge fan of the 5-watt setting. I wouldn't use it, to be honest, because the amp can sound quiet enough for like a reasonable amp volume. And if I want to go like super quiet and I cannot turn on a tube amp at all, even the 5-watt mode is gonna be loud. So in that case, I would just go torpedo out, like the 2 notes output, XLR into my little mixer here, and I don't know, or just use the headphones. Don't even go out of the amp. Don't use monitors. Just stick my headphone into the headphones jack and go for it and enjoy myself, and don't get on anyone's nerves and don't wake up the kid next door or whatever it is. It's I wouldn't need the 5-watt mode. But hey, we live in a 5-watt world. Right, Keith? All right, you guys take it easy and let me know in the comments below if you have any questions about the Joey Landreth Edition D25 combo and how you like the sounds and all those things. See you in another video next week. Bye-bye.